Who are you when the uniform comes off? Seriously. Who are you when the title's gone? Who are you when the season ends? Who are you when the business struggles? Who are you when the thing you've attached your identity to is no longer there? I was thinking about that question recently, and the more I thought about it, the more I realized most people never answer it. Because most of us build our identity around what we do. Athletes build their identity around the sport. Coaches build their identity around the whistle. Executives build their identity around the title. And business owners build their identity around the company. And there is nothing wrong with any of those things until they're gone. I've spent more than 20 years working in athletics. I've worked with athletes chasing championships. I've worked with coaches trying to build winning cultures. I've worked with leaders responsible for entire organizations. And one thing I've learned is this: talent isn't usually what destroys people. Identity does. I've seen athletes get injured and struggle emotionally, not because they couldn't physically recover, but because they didn't know who they were without the game. I've seen leaders lose positions and suddenly question their value. I've seen people spend years building a career only to discover that when the title changed, they didn't know who they were anymore. The truth is, performance isn't just physical. Performance is mental. Performance is emotional. Performance is relational. Performance is spiritual. Performance is how you show up when life doesn't go according to the plan. Anybody can perform when they're winning. Anybody can perform when they're getting recognized. Anybody can perform when things are going their way. The real test comes when the applause stops. The real test comes when nobody is calling. The real test comes when the door closes. The real test comes when you're forced into a season you didn't choose. That's where character shows up. That's where leadership shows up. That's where identity shows up. That's why I believe the highest performers in the world aren't simply talented. They're grounded. They know who they are. They know what they value. They know what they stand for. Because when you know who you are, you can navigate change without losing yourself. You can navigate adversity without losing yourself. You can navigate transition without losing yourself. That's what Dorsey Performance Systems is all about. Yes, we're going to talk about athlete development. Yes, we're going to talk about leadership. Yes, we're going to talk about culture, mindset, execution, and organizational excellence. But at the end of the day, this is really about performance. It's about people. Because before you can build a better athlete, you have to build a better person. Before you can build a stronger organization, you have to build stronger leaders. Before you can create sustainable success, you have to create a foundation that can survive adversity. So I'll leave you with the same question we started with. Who are you when the uniform comes off? Not what you do, not the title on your business card, not the position on your resume, not the logo on your shirt. Who are you? Because the answer to that question may determine how far you go, how long you stay there, and who you become along the way. My name is Dr. Tredell Dorsey. Welcome to Dorsey Performance Systems. Let's build something that lasts. Be great.